Using the Content Aware Spot Healing Brush. This option was new in the Adobe Photoshop CS5 release, and the real purpose for having this Content Aware Spot Healing Brush is to fix blemishes. It's very easy to fix blemishes. Let's go ahead and click on the Spot Healing Brush tool. So sometimes people refer to this tool as the Band-Aid tool because it looks like a Band-Aid. So we have a Spot Healing Brush tool and we have a Healing Brush tool. They do work under the same concept. We're going to use the Spot Healing Brush tool. Once I have that tool active, I'm going to go up under Type and I'm going to choose Content Aware. We have different options up here: Content Aware, Create Texture, Proximity Match. We're going to use the Content Aware. And like we have mentioned previously, Content Aware is Photoshop's intelligent way of replacing or revising pixels. As I look at this graphic, this photo here, this one might be a bit difficult because of the size. Obviously, smaller blemishes are easier to fix than larger. So you can either paint or you can click to fix things with the Spot Healing Brush. So I'll start with a little bit larger brush here. I'm going to use my square bracket to increase the brush size. The first way that you can use the Spot Healing Brush is to just click. And when I do that, see that it will replace the pixels, and it does an approximation with color and the shading, the lighting, as well as transparency. So the Spot Healing Brush can do all of those. And it did a pretty good job. You might be able to see a little bit of a white halo, extra highlight right there remaining from that. Let's go ahead and open a different graphic. Okay, in this graphic I have a photo with some flowers, trees, and clouds. So again, if we go back up to our Content Aware Spot Healing Brush, making sure that Content Aware under the Type and Options is indeed selected, I can click, and I'm going to click and paint at this point. So I can do a single click. Let's just do that one more time. So if I single click over a flower here, what it does is it looks at everything around it and it tries to replace those pixels, knowing what's going around the selection. I'm going to zoom in just slightly here. The resolution of this graphic is not the best, and so it's going to struggle a bit with this tool. But if I click and drag here, what it's going to do is it's going to try to figure out that you don't want those yellow flowers, and it tries to replace it. To look at the Content Aware tool one more time, I've opened a photo that I took in Sanibel, Florida. So to show you how easy it is to remove blemishes with this Content Aware Spot Healing Brush and a simple click. So as we look at this, we've got some rocks, we've got some kind of thing going on over here. With this tool, I want to make sure that my brush size is large enough to surround the entire object. So I'm going to go a little bit larger here so I can get the shadow. And I'm going to click. One click and it's gone. Let's do the same with this. So you can imagine how easy this is to remove blemishes by simply clicking. Photoshop is intelligently looking at surrounding pixels and replacing them. Super easy to remove blemishes. One more photo here. So in this case, we're going to go a little bit larger scale. I like the sailboat, but I don't like this little tiny fishing boat over here. So in this case, I'm going to click and I'm going to drag over top of everything that I want to have gone. Let up on my cursor and it's gone. So very easy to remove without having the hassle of trying to replace on your own.